Hello witches. This is Hecarios. Thanks for viewing the video. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the new subscribers and viewers. Okay. Now this video is going to be the update on Hecate and the energetics of that. Of her return and just an update in general on that topic. Okay, so I kind of touched on this already in the in some of the tarot readings of the dark moons and the full moons and all of that recently, but I just want to give more detail basically of the exact process. So Hecate began her return this past January. And hang on, y'all. Yes, so this is a list of the different full moons that are part of the process of Hecate's return to this realm. So Goddess Hecate is the world soul. She is a at the level of the world soul, she's like a field of consciousness or a atmosphere, if you want to view it like that, of consciousness, okay? A spiritual atmosphere around Earth, okay? And you know, what we had with her descent was that body, like how we have a physical body, an astral body to ourselves. You know, Goddess Hecate is the earth at the physical level, but she also has an astral body, and that is the world soul, okay? It's a consciousness field, okay? Hope that makes sense to y'all. So what we had with her descent was her consciousness being lowered through her 7 chakras, okay? From the crown chakra down to the root chakra, okay? And each chakra is its own realm of consciousness, alright? So, you know, being in the underworld realm is basically being at the lowest level of the root chakra. Alright? Now, in the process of her descent, it took 7 waning moon cycles from the full moon to the dark moon. 7 of those cycles to lower her vibration, her consciousness, her energy through each of those 7 chakras, okay? So you hear that the underworld has 7 gateways a lot, or 7 doorways, or 7 veils, but energetically it's just being lowered a vibration, okay? So you can look at the veils or the gateways as bands of frequency, vibration, that you're being lowered through by lowering your own vibrations, okay? So this is what Hecate went through when she descended to the underworld, okay? And now that she's returning, she's going through the opposite process of raising her frequency vibrations back through those veils, okay? And so basically she's going through each of her chakras being reactivated, re-empowered, and re-energized. And this corresponds to, 7 lunar cycles from dark moon to full moon, okay? So this is a screenshot of those exact full moon dates. So what we have with this process is that on the dark moons, that's the reawakening, the reactivating of her chakra. And as we approach to the full moon, it is re-strengthening and rebuilding its power and then being sealed in that powerful state. So, it goes from the root chakra to the crown chakra, okay? And when she reaches her crown chakra on the July 9th full moon, that is when she will once again assume dominion and complete control over the physical realm once again. Until then, as she's going through her other 6 chakras, we will just be feeling her energy, her presence, and her power returning to this realm. But your crown chakra is your connection to divine source and your higher self. Okay, so it's not until Hecate reaches her own crown chakra that she really gains control over this realm again through that divine consciousness. So as we go through those dates and those full moons, we can see her energy and her power returning in alignment with whatever chakra it corresponds with. So, y'all can do your own research on this, but I'm just trying to give a brief example. With the January full moon, we saw her root chakra activating, and so energies of just your physical survival, your life force, your body, your physical body, your foundation of your life should have been more empowered as her root chakra was empowered, because those are the energies that correspond to the root chakra. Now we're in the approaching the full moon of February 11th, which is also a lunar eclipse, and this is corresponding to the sacral chakra for Hecate. So we should all be feeling and experiencing creativity, sexuality, fertility, abundance, emotional energy, emotional highs and lows, and that type of thing being stimulated as we approach this February full moon, okay? Because those are all the things that associate to the sacral chakra. After that, we will be going into the March full moon, which is the solar plexus chakra. And this is the chakra of your personal power, your ego identity, your presence, your will, your manifesting. So we can look forward to things being stimulated around those energies. Then into the April full moon will be the heart chakra, and so we can expect relationship, connection to others, connection to spirit, healing, that type of thing. Just the loving energy like that will be stimulated. And the May full moon is the throat chakra. So this is your more of your will being expressed vocally, your communication, manifesting by word, by voice. So this is a very magical chakra. Spell working, incantations, prayer, just speaking with others and how that can cause change. That will be stimulated. and other things associated with the throat chakra. Once again, like I said, I invite you to do your own research on the chakras so you can get more in depth on that. Okay, then as we get to the June full moon, this will be the third eye chakra being stimulated. So your visionary abilities, your imagination, creativity once again, but in a more visual and projective, like into the future type. With the sacral chakra, what we're in right now, it's more creativity of in the moment. With the third eye chakra, it's more creativity in the future, like projecting forward, okay? And just psychic energy in general, mental energy in general will be stimulated. And then finally, when we get to July full moon, that will be the crown chakra. And so this is, connection to divine source. This is control and mastery type of energy, okay? So I'll just show you all this chart once again. And, just wanted to let y'all know these are the type of energies that we will see being really stimulated and empowered at these certain times. So, just wanted to share that. Now, I do want to also point out some things about this energy being stimulated. It will be chaotic or there will be an aspect of chaos to it, because these energies have been, Hecate's descended through all these energies, so they're being reawakened again after basically the entire year of 2016 where they were just all shut down. So as they come back awakened, there will be some sort of chaos as the energies are trying to find equilibrium and balance once again, okay? And I don't know if y'all heard that popping, but basically there's negative and positive aspects to this. More so positive though, because we need these energies back in the earth atmosphere, because that's a major source that all of us draw on as living beings, okay? Hecate's a field of consciousness, okay? And that is something that we all tap into, some of us more consciously than others. Y'all can look up different things like the Schumann resonance or the Schumann frequency, which was discovered that every type of animal has a different corresponding field of consciousness around the planet, okay? Humans have a field of consciousness that we are all linked into, okay? And that's Goddess Hecate as the world soul level, okay? Goddess Hecate has different levels, just like we do. We have a physical body, we have an astral body, an etheric body, a divine body, etc., etc., okay? Goddess Hecate is the same. She has a, different body for different things. And one of her bodies is the world soul, okay? And that's really the one that connects her to humans through that energy field. So, I'm excited for her return, okay? Her return is the best thing for us as witches. She is our queen. So, as she returns, raising her chakra vibrations, her consciousness vibrations, we are all connected to her, to that consciousness. So our own vibrations will be correspondingly raised as well and empowered. So basically with these full moons, you know, focus on work with those chakras that correspond with each one within yourself, and, you know, do magic and rituals based around that. I will continue to do updates because there may be some rituals that I want to put public for anyone to join in. Or I may just share that in my Facebook group, Empowerment for Witches Coven. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and join the group. Just in case I don't post those on YouTube. But I'm excited for her return, okay? It's good for the world, but it's also good for each individual witch, alright? So I just hope that you all can feel this energy returning. I have really been feeling it in the earth energy, like ley lines and just the earth energy itself stimulating. And it feels like springtime to me, like, you know, things are coming back to life. That's how it feels, but just deep in the earth itself to me. So, I hope that you all can feel that too, and you can feel it resonating within you. A lot of people already have told me that they have been feeling it. So, it's exciting. And, like I said, I'll continue to do updates. Let me know if you have any questions about any of this that you want me to cover specifically, or if you have anything that you want to share in the comment section. That would be lovely, because I like reading all of that and knowing what you guys are experiencing as well. And okay, y'all, I hope you have a great full moon. The February 11th full moon is approaching as I'm recording this, and the eclipse, and I hope that you really tap into that energy. Let it empower your sacral chakra, okay? One more thing I will add in this video is it is important to continue to make offerings to Hecate during this time. You know, Hecate gives us so much and really looks out for us even when we are not even asking for anything and things like that. She really does have your back. She's like a mother. And she does so much for us. And I'm sure you all know who work with her how much she does for you that you don't even have to ask for or even recognize that you needed help in that area until much later. And then you look back and you're like, oh my God, Hecate, help me with that. That has happened to me so many times, and a lot of other witches who work with her. So, you know, very rarely is Hecate in need of help and offerings, okay? And, you know, basically my point is that right now is a time when it's really important to continue to give offerings to her and things like that. Offerings of your own energy, offerings of, you know, food and drink, incense and candles, and just offerings, okay? Offerings of love. And that will really help her, the more people that are doing that, to get control more quickly of each of her chakra energies. This is an exciting time to be living in as well, because Goddess Hecate does this descent where she lowers her chakras and then raises them again every 2,500 years or so. Okay, so no one living today has ever experienced what we have experienced. And what we're about to experience when she returns in her full power. If you haven't been watching my Hecate Oracle videos from way back before she descended, you know, what she did this process for was so that while her chakras were lowered, while she was in the underworld, she was gathering back a lot of power that she has diminished over this last 2,500 year cycle. So you can go back and watch those videos for the full breakdown of that, but basically when she went to the underworld, she was gathering back a lot of that power, so that when she is returned fully in July, she will be in a more powerful state than anyone living today has ever experienced her, okay? So this is amazing. I'm very excited. I look forward to it. I have no idea what to expect other than, you know, the guidance that she gives me, but that's just knowledge. It's not experience yet. So I don't know what to expect on the experience level of what it's really going to be like when she's returned in her full power, and how that's going to be for us. So I'm looking forward to it. But once again, just please continue to give her offerings during this time up till July. And try to do so at traditional places to offer to her, like the three-way crossroads and cemeteries and things like that. Running water, like rivers and creeks and the ocean, just different places like that are very powerful gateways that really expedite the offering to her quickly, the energy of it, as well as, you know, use her Veve sigil that she had me create, okay, which is this that I have tattooed. You just draw it on the ground and then leave the offering on top of it. It's very simple, and you can do that anywhere. It creates a gateway wherever you draw it, but it needs to be drawn mostly on the ground, or you could draw it on a piece of paper and then set your offerings on top of it, or just draw it directly on an altar or tabletop or something like that and leave your offerings on it. You can draw it on candles and different things, but predominantly the way that I use it is drawing it on the ground outside and leaving offerings on it. So I think I covered everything I wanted to cover in this update. Let me think for a minute. Yeah. I think that's going to do it for this update. I'm sorry, y'all. One more thing I will add in this is specifically about this full moon on February 11th and the eclipse. And if you watched my full moon reading, I talked about that there's a comet coming through the sign, the constellation sign Ophiuchus, from the 9th through to the 13th. And this is coinciding with the lunar eclipse, and this is a powerful energetic gateway being opened specifically with Hecate and her resurrection, or at least it can be used for that. So if you really want to participate in some of the magic that really helps resurrect her, I recommend you to do sacrifices and offerings to her on this full moon in particular, to stimulate her consciousness, as far as the energy field around the earth consciousness. So what do I mean by that is make offerings to her with the intention of, you know, your Hecate, your relationship with her, as though you're projecting that out into the atmosphere of the earth in order to kind of remind her and stimulate her, because this process is like she's waking up, okay? Slowly. The cycles of the gods are different from ours because they are immortal and eternal beings, whereas our lifespan is so short and fickle compared to theirs. So even our cycles of sleeping and waking are greatly more fast and accelerated than the gods are. So as she's waking up, it will be very helpful to continue to give her offerings and sort of just remind her of who she is and what she means to you, okay? So give her offerings on this full moon, eclipse, offerings physically, but also energetically from within yourself. Just sort of project your relationship with her in some way by prayer or devotional rites and things like that, okay? I just thought I would include that as well, since this full moon is coming up. Might as well include that in this video, okay? And the ceiling just popped twice. So, obviously she wanted me to include that, okay? But, once again, y'all just let me know if you have any questions that you want me to talk about specifically. Leave that in the comment section below. And I will get to that as soon as possible. I still have a lot of topics in my notebook to cover that people have asked about, just about in witchcraft in general. So I'll be covering those videos soon. But definitely, once again, if you have any questions or comments, leave that below, and I would look forward to reading it, okay? And I look forward to Hecate's return. So I hope that you all are excited as well, and really enjoy this process, okay? Hail to the witches, hail Hecate, and blessed be.